Concept of Sunnah in the Muwatta of Malik ibn Anas by Mohammed Yusuf Guraya, Mcgill University, 1969. Chapter 5. Malik has recorded hadiths and practices of the Prophet and the latter authorities to show that they used to only wipe the upper part of their shoes while performing al-masah. Masah is the wiping of the top of the shoes in part of the minor ritual purification known as wudu. The heading is Al-Amal fil Masah al-Khuffayn in the Muwatta. Apologies, no Arabic given. He records the practice of Urwa, which was the representative practice of the people of Medina, i.e. to wipe only the upper part of the shoes. Az-Zurqani has recorded consensus on this point. Nevertheless, this practice does not accord with the view of Malik. He therefore, in disregard of everything, even the practice, chooses the opinion of Ibn Shihab, which says that the upper part and the sole both have to be wiped. Ibn al-Qasim describes a general practice of Medina, saying that the callers for prayer in Medina did not put their fingers in their ears. Malik does not approve of the practice as it stands. Rather, he suggests an amendment, saying that the practice should not be taken strictly, and the caller should be free either to put his fingers in his ears or not. The above evidence suggests that the amal of Medina was not the highest or overriding argument with Malik, nor was it the final criterion of judgment to test the validity and genuineness of the arguments available to Malik. The evidence produced above, and many other examples in the Muwatta, clearly shows that the amal is not absolute in its authority and is not a standard of judgment. Conversely, the amal in the Muwatta itself is subject to still another higher argument, and has to be corroborated by this higher argument to establish its validity and genuineness. The still higher argument in the Muwatta is the normative practice, al-amal indi, the practice with me. Malik has frequently used the expression laysa al-amal ala hadha or laysa alayhi al-amal in the Muwatta. Traditionally, the expression has been taken to mean the practice of Medina. We are not satisfied with this interpretation of the expression. We feel on the one hand that it is ambiguous, and on the other hand that it is not always equivalent to the agreed practice of the people of Medina. The expression may refer to practice of the people of Medina at some place, but usually it is equivocal on the occasions where it is suffixed to the term indana. In those cases, it may mean indi. On the question of the least number of witr to be said, Malik records the practice of the Prophet and the practice of the companions that the least number of the witr was 1. According to Zurqani, all the companions had agreement on this point. Apparently, such was also the practice of the scholars like Ibn Shihab, who has reported the practice of Sa'ad ibn Abi Waqqas and of the people. Now Malik, after quoting all this, says, this is not the practice with us. It is our contention that al-amal indana, the practice according to us, is in this expression is not the practice of all the people of Medina. Firstly, Malik has recorded above the practice of the Prophet and the latter authorities, which are contrary to his claim. Therefore, the question of unanimity has already become doubtful. Secondly, whatever evidence he has recorded on the point is also contrary to his claim, and he has not quoted it in his support. He's not quoted in his support a single report from any authority, past or present, and has not cited the practice of any scholar previous or contemporary. Further, it is his wont that whenever he finds anything in his support, he mentions it along with his statement, which we have already discussed. Here, Malik does not report any supporting evidence, but simply says, this is not the practice with us. In the latest edition of the commentary of Zurqani, published in 1954 from Cairo, the editors have deleted the word ala from the expression, which now reads walaysa hadha amal indana, which clearly means this is not the normative, this is not the practice according to us, or we do not accept it as the normative practice. Stay tuned for many more parts.